Hey there, welcome back to the channel, and we are back with another weekly wears video. And if this is your first time finding this channel, my name is Gerard, and today we're talking about fragrances, more specifically all the fragrances that I wore for every day last week. So if that is content that you think you want to see more of, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on bell notifications so you are updated whenever I upload something new. I feel like I had a really fantastic week of fragrances. The 7 fragrances that I wore, in my opinion, are really underrated, just not talked about enough. So all 7 fragrances that you're gonna see are basically ones that aren't super hyped, aren't talked about that often, and that I think you guys should know about. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into the list, starting with Sunday. So on Sunday, I reached for a scent that I've been talking about on this channel really since the beginning of the channel. It is one of the most valuable blue fragrances that you can buy. Just offers a ton of value for what you pay. The quality is up there. The scent, uniqueness up there. Fragrance I'm talking about is Dunhill Century Blue. And as you can see, I've put a nice dent in this scent. Not only, when you want to talk about value, I love magnetic caps. It's just a nice little touch. Feels a little more luxurious. Let's check the atomizer. Yeah, this stuff, guys, is so damn good. It has iris and ginger and mandarin orange, one of my favorite notes in perfumery. The iris note gives this one a unique edge. It's a little bit powdery, but that powderiness is balanced with some really nice sweetness and some woods. Along with that powderiness, it adds this sophistication to the scent that is unlike a lot of blue fragrances. A lot of blue fragrances can smell really youthful. It's not a bad thing. But this one is a little more versatile, maybe for a guy early to mid 30s. I think it's just a little bit more put together. But the best part about this is the price. You can get this size bottle. I want to say, actually, I think this is the 50 ml. Yeah, this is a 2.5 ounce, 75 ml. I want to say you can get the larger bottle for around 30 bucks. Absolute steal for this scent. It's not a particularly amazing performer, but this is one that I'm not afraid to overspray. It has this really nice calming effect to it. It's great everyday wear, out of the shower, even gym. You could probably get away with this, but it is also calming. I find myself spraying this one around bedtime. Just love it. Dunhill Century Blue. Staying on the subject of underrated fragrances, what I reached for on Monday was one that was unexpected. Was not expecting to like this one as much as I do. Scent I'm talking about is Brioni Eau de Parfum Intense. Now this is one that picked up a little bit of steam over the last year or so, but still probably not talked about quite enough. Apple, oud, and vanilla are some of the notes in here. I also get what comes across as a suede note in here, although leather and suede are not listed notes. I get it, I pick it up. There's patchouli in here, the oud, they run through as a ribbon through the freshness of this fragrance. Fresh, sweet, fruity, that apple, beautiful. There's a lot of times where I've smelled apple in fragrances and it is just too synthetic, just doesn't smell authentic enough. Here, it smells perfect. It is one of the most well-balanced fragrances that I've ever put my nose on. And you're gonna pay a little more for this one. I wanna say it's around the $100 mark, worth every single penny. It is, I would say, around an average performer, maybe a little above average, but the scent alone is unique. Doesn't smell like anything else in my collection. I absolutely love this stuff. If you want to smell different than every other guy going out that night, maybe going to dinner, meeting friends for drinks, try this one. It has this classiness to it that just works, and the potential for getting compliments. You're probably gonna get positive attention from this one. Brioni Eau de Parfum Intense. On Tuesday, I had a really important meeting to attend, and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't wearing anything too in your face or head turning. I've been reaching for this one quite a bit lately. Scent I'm talking about is Robert Graham's Valor. I absolutely love this stuff, guys. Really interesting notes in here. Coffee, sage, amber, nice atomizer. Wow, amazing fragrance. If you were lucky enough to find this one at rack stores, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, a few years back for like 20 bucks, consider yourself lucky, because That was an absolute steal for this stuff. I would describe this as subtle yet inviting. Probably going to get compliments. It gets me compliments without being in your face and too extreme or too overbearing. It's just so effortless and almost like you're not trying too hard. On top of it, I get fantastic performance. It smells of really high quality. I ended up picking this up at a Robert Graham outlet near me, so I paid a little less than full retail. But I'm going to link it down below for you guys. It's absolutely worth it. I know a lot of people, like I said 3 years ago, paying 20 bucks, 80 some odd dollars that I paid for this, 100% worth it. Really unique fragrance, doesn't smell like anything else I have in my collection. Robert Graham, Valor. Shout out to my friend and subscriber Sal for sending this next one my way. I had wanted to try something from this house for a while. This is one of their more talked about fragrances from this particular house, but I think the house is overall isn't talked about quite enough. Scent I am talking about is Tango from Mask Milano. Man, amber fragrance, but just absolutely stunning. Incredible atomizer as well. Amber, cinnamon, jasmine. It has this warm stickiness to it that can be a little bit polarizing. One, you have to like amber, but there's also an additional cumin note that adds this element that not everyone is gonna like. It's a bold unisex fragrance that a confident person will be able to pull off. When I say unisex, 1000% unisex. I'd actually really like to smell this on my wife. I think it is just really sexy. It's an incredible scent and the performance is next level. This is going to last what feels like days on you, because if you put it on your clothes, forget about it. It's gonna take a couple washings until it's gone, but it's one of those fragrances that I don't mind. If I'm going out that evening, it's a cold night, and I got something like a long overcoat and a sweater underneath and just going out for the evening, this is probably what I'm gonna reach for. Super sexy scent and just really classy and high quality. Absolutely love this stuff. Tango from Mask Milano. This next one is my favorite from this particular line of fragrances from Georgio Omani. The scent I'm talking about is Stronger With You. And I know this one has a lot of flankers, a lot of popular hyped flankers. Not enough people talk about the original. It's aromatic, it's sweet, it's mood enhancing, it's uplifting while still being sweet and a wintertime fragrance, cold weather fragrance. It's super versatile. Doesn't get credit for the versatility it offers because of those aromatics, because of that freshness. I think a lot of people get lost in the nutty vanillic tones it has, but it also has a lot of aromatics here and some freshness that is just beautiful. I think it's super versatile. You can wear this from day to evening. My favorite type of fragrances, the ones that can transition seamlessly from day to night. This is one of them. You can dress this one up or down because of the refinement here, but it also doesn't take itself too seriously. As I said, the flankers get a lot of love over this. However, there's just some of the magic lost in some of the flankers that I've tried. I like the flankers. They're just not as good as the original to me. And I know that some people will disagree. That's okay. That's the beauty of this fragrance game. We can have differing opinions and talk about them. But I just like the original. Outstanding performance, lasts all day on me. Man, this is close to a 10 out of 10. Stronger With You from Georgio Omani. In my most recent video, if you guys have not watched it yet, I will link it here, go check it out. This one has been popping up at rack stores, Marshalls, TJ Maxx's, super cheap. And this one actually surprised me. Scent I'm talking about is Joseph Abs Bespoke. Now, this is warm, spicy, ambery with a booze note. Rum, to be more specific, and I really like this one. If you told me this thing was 15 bucks, I would never believe you. And I think it's actually might be a little cheaper than that if you're able to find it at the rack store. The other thing that surprised me, now think about this one as kind of like a 1 million or even something like a Versace Eros to some degree. It has that same type of sweet freshness to it with an added boozy note. The rum here really stands out, especially on my skin. It gets a little woody as it dries down. I know a lot of you guys commented on my video how you just don't get longevity from this. It's not my experience. I was really surprised with the amount of longevity I got the day I wore this. So it was around 6 or 7 hours. It's an eau de parfum concentration, sub $20. I mean, what more can you ask for? I would imagine this one being worn more so in the evening, cooler nights, but it also has a little bit of versatility to it as well because it does have some freshness to it. So you could definitely wear this during the day to work, school, whatever. It's pretty forgiving in that sense. So if you are on an extreme budget and you want something sweet, fresh with a boozy note, don't overlook this one. This one is definitely one that should be in the conversation. Surprised me. Joseph Abs Bespoke. So on Saturday, I met with some friends that I haven't seen in a while. We went and had some drinks, kind of a late lunch, just some of my buddies hanging out. This is the scent that I decided to go with. It was really cold, teens here in Massachusetts. Scent I'm talking about is Nishan Caraga. Now this one was a total blind buy. I had never heard anyone talk about this. It is an extrait de parfum, so performance here is not an issue. Exceptional performer, beast mode performer, projection, longevity. You will get noticed when you wear this. And let me tell you guys, pineapple, mouth-watering pineapple, grapes, just stunning opening on this. Once some of that fruitiness starts to subside, you get the vetiver, you get the patchouli here. The patchouli is unforgiving. It reminds me a little bit of Carolina Herrera's Bad Boy, how the patchouli is used there. However, this is far better quality, far more extreme and in your face and pronounced. This, I would say, is not for the faint of heart. I wouldn't categorize this as being a safe blind buy because it is, like a lot of Nishan, is unforgiving in performance, and they are extreme and they last a long time. It's powerful. You only need a few sprays of this. You're gonna fill a room. You are gonna get noticed. You will probably get either positive or negative attention. But this is one that I really enjoy, especially in the really cold weather. It just works. This was a total blind buy on my part. Definitely not talked about enough, especially from this house. You hear Hachivat, you hear Ani, you never hear Caragas, and it's a shame because this stuff's incredible. Nishan Caraga. That's all I have today, guys. As always, let me know in the comment section down below what your weekly rotation was. I always love hearing what you guys are wearing. If you like what you saw today, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that bell notification so you are updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the next video.